Hi, and welcome to another episode of Starship Gaming. Before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps out. It helps the channel grow. It helps keep us motivated to make more gaming videos, because without support, we would just suddenly stop and quit making videos just right there on the spot. Just right there. And don't forget to hit the bell if you want notifications of when we make more awesome videos. Now, let's jump into today's topic, which a couple episodes back, I asked you which, of two PC games you wanted me to discuss, and you all chose DQ Tycoon or Dairy Queen Tycoon. So today we're going to talk about it. So DQ Tycoon, what can I say about it? Well, it came out in 2008. It is a product of the time. See, in the late 90s, all the way up until about the early 2010s, tycoon games were extremely popular in one form or the other, and they ranged in different things. For example, the pinnacle of tycoon games, I should say the two pinnacles of tycoon games, Roller Coaster Tycoon, of course, being the king of tycoon games, and Zoo Tycoon, of course, being the other king of tycoon games. But of course, with that kind of success, you're going to have, sequels and spin-offs, and then you're going to have lots and lots of knockoffs, like Mall Tycoon, I believe there's one called Fish Tycoon, and then of course, well, here we are, DQ Tycoon. So, of course, if you are not familiar with DQ or Dairy Queen, it is a restaurant in the United States that commonly serves ice cream and hot dogs for the most part. They are very famous for their hot dogs, and the quality of their hot dog varies per store. I'm going to say that. In my area, there are, I believe, 3 Dairy Queens left. At one time, there were like 6 of them, but they've, slowly shut down over the years. They're all franchised out. So I guess it depends on the franchise, owner. The hot dogs vary in taste, but of course the ice cream always tastes the same. But Dairy Queen, it's a restaurant in the United States, if you're not familiar. I'm sure it's outside the United States too. And of course, it's owned by Warren Buffett. But for whatever reason, they decided to make a Dairy Queen game, which eventually was going to happen anyway, when you really think about it. I'm just really surprised that Wendy's or McDonald's didn't jump on that bandwagon. They really could have probably done good with a game like that. I'm probably saying that, and it probably exists. That's my luck. Of course, it probably doesn't, but you get what I'm trying to get at. Of course, McDonald's, they've had a couple games released. Of course, the infamous Sega Genesis game. Actually, I loved that game. I'm going to be honest. That Sega Genesis Ronald McDonald game, but yeah, we're not talking about that. We'll talk about it in a future episode. So tell me in the comments down below, do you want me to talk about that Ronald McDonald video game on Sega Genesis? Yeah. Anyway, DQ Tycoon, you basically run your own Dairy Queen restaurant, and you have to fulfill the needs of your customers. Like, say your customer wants a Blizzard or a soda or, whatever. And when you compare it to other Tycoon games, you really don't have the same kind of control, which kind of bothers me. It's not like Roller Coaster Tycoon or anything like that. Now, if it was like that, it would be a lot better. But this game, in all honesty, was probably thrown together in less than a couple months. By the way, this is a review if you haven't already figured that out by now. But essentially, yes, this was probably thrown together. Somebody at Dairy Queen, said, one of the higher-ups, maybe even Warren Buffett, maybe he said, I want a video game. It could have happened. But to answer the question, was this made as a genuine game out of love of Blizzards, or was it made simply as a cash grab? Do you want to know the honest answer? Or do you want me to sugarcoat it with sprinkles and Oreos and all that good stuff that goes on Blizzards? So, if you don't want that answer, I'm going to tell you, greatest game ever made. Greatest game. That's the sugar-coated version. Now, do you want to hear the real version? The game is not any good. This game was a cash grab. It was thrown together. To me, it seems like something that could have been thrown together in less than 2 or 3 months. From the time of inception to the time it was burned on that DVD, slapped in the box, and shipped out to every Walmart nationwide. Not saying that I didn't enjoy it, because I did kind of enjoy it, but after a while, it got really repetitive and annoying. But in all honesty, it's not a really bad game, but it's a game you can't play for very long without being bored out of your mind after about 30 minutes. And what's sad is I didn't even know this game existed. I'd heard rumors about it over the years, and the first time I ever acquired a copy was about a month ago. I believe it was about a month ago. I found a copy at my local thrift store, Salvation Army thrift store, for 99 cents. And I figured, hey, what the hell, let's give it a try. Will I get that 99 cents back? Absolutely not. Will I get that time back that I spent playing this game? Absolutely not. It does have a free coupon for a Blizzard, but the sad part is it expired in 2009. Wah, wah, wah. But seriously, this game was a cash grab. It was made simply for money, just like every other game that's based on a restaurant or some kind of licensing or whatever. It just was a simple cash grab to promote their restaurant. It was advertising. It was advertising. Was it successful advertising? Probably not. If I have never heard of it, it probably wasn't. Of course, it came out in 2008, and this was at a time PCs were just, people still played PC games a lot, but it was right at the end of the Tycoon phase, like 2007 to 2013. That was like between the years when the last Tycoon games were just, the last, of an era, I should say, were just coming out. And this is when they started dying off. People were buying them less, yada, yada, yada. You get the gist of it. They were dying off. That's why, even now, Tycoon games are struggling to survive. Of course, a big revival in that is Jurassic World Evolution. Jurassic World Evolution, there's been more that have came out over the years, but it seems like starting with Jurassic World Evolution is when the Tycoon game suddenly just started having a revival again. Like I said, between the era between 2013 to when Jurassic World Evolution came out, 2018. Yeah, there were games that came out, but they didn't really gain any notoriety. But Jurassic World Evolution seems to be the start of a new era of Tycoon games. Of course, it being a spiritual successor to the 2003 Tycoon game. Well, technically it's a Tycoon game, a park sim, very similar. Jurassic World Operation Genesis, which I have for the original Xbox at home. So, that was a lot to talk about. Kind of, but not really. But, yeah. Tycoon games. Dairy Queen Tycoon. It's a cash grab. Plain and simple. Nothing special about it. Just another money-making marketing thing. Probably, when you really sit down and think about it, everything is a marketing thing. That Star Wars game you just bought, that's a marketing thing. Anything that's a franchise-related thing, that is a advertising thing, and that is a brand. So, there is no originality left in the world. I have spoken. So that's all I have to say about that. But before we go, I want you to answer this question. What do you think about DQ Tycoon? Have you ever played it? Do you desire to play it? Of course, all of my stuff is opinions. You can take it or leave it. You have your own opinion. If you haven't played it, play the game. Don't pay no more than $5 for it. But give it a try and see what you think of it. Because in all honesty, it's not really worth even $5, but give it a try. And of course, nobody has really responded to my comments last time, or I should say, my question last time. What do you want me to talk about in a future video? Give me some opinions on what you want me to talk about. I'll be making a new video within the next day or so. So yeah, tell me in the comments, what kind of gaming related thing do you want me to talk about? It's not going to be super extensive, but it's going to be a topic we talk about nonetheless. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell on your way out if you want notifications of when we make more awesome videos. And until next time, I will see ya.